Hi everyone, Sailor Moon here, Serena here, Tuxedo Mask, Evening Wear High, Darian here, and today we're going to talk about how we got our poll set up. Now, let's talk about all the things that we had to do to get our poll set up, because this poll that we bought from either, I guess it was Walmart's website or Amazon or Strongman's website, was bigger than the last poll we had. So the last two polls we had were smooth to put together. With this one was hard. First, you had to get the ground evened, which means digging out the ground, smoothing out the ground, taking dirt out, putting dirt back in. And that's mostly everything we were doing for mostly the whole week, was doing that. And you think that would be irksome, having to dig out dirt, smooth out dirt, put dirt back, smooth it. Now, and on top of that, some folks have the skill or the sight to see when dirt is even or uneven. It's either you have the skill or you don't. And we'll say that I do not have the skill, so that makes it a little more harder. So after all of that digging, dirt, smoothing out dirt, putting dirt back, smashing dirt back down, then we had to open up the box and take the pole out. Well, along with the skimmer and the pump, along with its setup, and then all these legs. And it took almost not the whole day, but it took some time for us to learn how all the legs went together, and the handbook isn't really that helpful. We'll be earnest about that. You have to have all the things out for the handbook to be helpful. So there were two more boxes of, of heads or legs or tops. And after we even got all that put together and got all of the pull up, it still wasn't fully done. Because then we know we didn't have a riser. You're right, Serena. You're right, Sailor Moon. We didn't buy a riser because we thought the pole we got was the same kind of, was as little as the pole we had, back in 2021 YL. But sadly it's a little more bigger, so to set it up was a little more harder. So then we had to go buy a riser, and the riser should be here sometime today. Then we'll have to put the riser in the pole. But that's not even done yet, because then you have to see if the ground is still all even. That means the steeples that are holding the pole up. You have to see if they're holding the pole up right. Then after all that shit, because you can never make the ground fully even, you can get it as even as you can get it, but you're not going to make it fully even. Then after that, makes all the wrinkles, smooth that all out. Because no need how good you are putting a pole up, the pole is going to be all whatever. So you got to get that done. Then you got to put the water in. And since this pole is a little more bigger than the last pole that we got back in 2021 YL, this pole is the water bill will be a little more higher the month. Will be higher the next time we get it when we fill the pole. So yeah, we got a pull up. It's in our backyard, but we shifted it. It's not where it once was, but it's still in our backyard. So we'll see how long this one lasts, because all the hard work it had to go into it, because let's keep in mind, it takes about 3 folks to put the pole up. It maybe takes 1 folk to dig out the ground, but it most likely takes about 2 folks or to either smooth out the ground or put dirt back into the ground or smash in the ground, making it all even, which some folks have the skill for and some folks don't. Yeah, you're right, Darian. You're right, Tuxedo Mask, evening wear hide. This pull, hopefully, will last for a long time. And I know that a lot of folks are like, well, why would you be getting your pull? Why would you be getting your pull ready now? It's still the 4th month. Yeah, well, it's starting to get warm in the 4th month. Most days in either the 60s, mostly in the 70s or 80s. So, yeah, I know we're way ahead of everyone else putting their pulls up or opening up their pulls or whatever. We all know that most share and near pulls won't open up until at least after thinking day, And as far as other folks go, they most likely won't open their pulls up until the 5th month, or open them up or set them up or whatever the ground had to be for them. So, yeah. So we could make a film with us near our pull. I guess that would be hard to do because there really isn't any board near the pull. There's boards outside, 2 of them, and show you the pull one of these days or make a film like, hey, we're at our pull, but we're not in our pull, huh? I know that kind of, a lot of folks might, So, anyway, that's how the thing went. And like we said, it was mostly getting the ground even. Dig out the ground. Oh, put dirt back. Take dirt out. Smash the dirt. Take it out. And if you got the skill for it or the sight for it, then it's going to work very well for you. If you don't, then it's going to be one of the first hardest things you're going to be doing. Even before you open the box out, take the pull out, take the pumper and skimmer things out before you take all the legs out and all the bottom to the legs and the pull itself out in the handbook or handbooks. That will be the hardest thing that you'll go through. The 2th hardest thing, even with the handbook, will be setting up the pull, because due to the pull being bigger, the setup to it's not going to be the same. So it's going to take at least 3 folks, and that's going to be the next hardest thing you have to deal with. But once you get that pull up, then I guess the smoother things is to smooth it out. See if the steeples are, evened so they're holding the weight of the pull up right, along with the water that will be in the pull. And also get the pump and the skimmer set up and make sure that it works. But you don't get any of that set up until after you get water in. I guess you could put it in there, but you wouldn't shift it on until after you have the water deep enough for it to work with the water. And then you get the ride. Then you get your riser if it comes with one. If not, you got to get one, which ours did not. So we're going to get one today. So hopefully sometime this week or next week we should be in the poll. All right. So what do you think about it? Give this film a like, share it, playlist it, and we'll see.